Yeah, let's go.
What's up, you guys?
He's back from the dead.
I was feeling incredibly unwell, but I did not have the corona.
But how do you know it wasn't Corona?
You know, like, hold on, show you. 1 second. For those who are listening in, I have one of these in my room. It's a thermostat. And I check my temperature every day to make sure I don't have the coronavirus.
Ooh.
And I didn't because I was of normal temperature.
Hey, you might be asymptomatic.
Yeah. You might not have a fever or anything, but you might have had it.
Yeah, but I felt bad, so I had symptoms.
So you
It didn't line up, right?
I mean, you can still be.
I tested because okay, I don't know anything about the symptoms. This is not real medical advice, but I've been holding my breath and I counted how long it lasts, and it's never gone down. So my lungs are not damaged.
Okay.
That's actually very good.
Well, wait, what do you mean? Like, are you supposed to be able to hold your breath for a certain amount of time?
Yeah, like if I know how long I can hold my breath, right?
Because the coronavirus affects your lungs.
Yeah, it affects your lungs. So theoretically, I shouldn't be able to hold my breath for as long.
Oh,
but if I can.
But what if you're asymptomatic?
Dude, then it doesn't matter, right?
Then where are you chilling?
I thought people, even though they were asymptomatic, they discovered some like lung scarring. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but I heard there were still some things that happen to you. Like you're not completely free. But usually the asymptomatic is usually like the cough, the fever, right? And like the ability to breathe.
I mean, probably it is mild, like even less than mild symptoms, but you're probably not 100% healthy, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I'm just gonna ask Jorge's question again. How long can you hold your breath?
Yeah.
Mine?
Yeah.
Dude, like 30 seconds, bro. I was damaged from the start.
You're not helping your kid.
I wasn't healthy in the first place, buddy.
Should we have a competition right now? Who can hold
their
breath the longest?
All right. For those who are not seeing this, we're all gonna hold our breaths. Okay.
I feel like I'm worse under pressure.
Okay.
Even better.
Okay, so it's.
Wait. Does someone have a timer?
No, there's a timer.
Okay, I'll use my phone.
Okay.
I want to time.
Just show the screen, and then when you tap it, we'll start holding our breaths at like 5 seconds, right? So you have like the first 5 seconds just to like chill out and then take your deep breath in, right?
I'm getting nervous.
All right. So at 5 is everyone cannot, like, you know.
Wait, what? So we have to we cannot breathe once the timer hits 5 seconds.
Yeah. So we have time to breathe. So basically the first 5 seconds is used for you to breathe in, right? Rather than someone saying 3, 2, 1, and then you just, right? You wait. He presses it. We have once you hit 5 seconds, you must have your full first deep breath in, and then you don't breathe in anymore, right? And you're allowed to breathe out, right?
Oh, you are?
Sense?
Oh, okay.
That's when you lose. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
To everyone listening, we encourage you to do this along with us.
Can we start breathing in before the timer starts?
Yeah. You just cannot breathe in again after when it hits 5 seconds.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you can wait. I guess for the listeners, can you give a countdown when we press a timer so they can go along with us?
Oh yeah. I'll do the countdown.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I'll do a count up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then at 5, I'm not gonna say anything. So.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, I'm out.
I am donezo. Make sure everyone else can hear me breathe.
I'm out. Daniel is the winner.
See?
Okay, cool.
1 minute, 18 seconds.
There we go. That was really great content for everyone else. Thanks for playing along.
You guys really missed out. If you're not watching our video, you're missing out because my strat was to distract you guys, right? But then literally no one was looking at the camera the whole time. Not a single person.
What? I had my eyes closed the entire time, dude.
No,
I know, I was chilling.
Yeah, like both of you went into the deep meditation state, and then I couldn't tell if Jorge had his eyes closed, but his head was definitely turned around.
I was trying to look away, just look at something that wasn't moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to laugh on accident and just lose.
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
laughed a little at the beginning. That fucked up everything, dude. I had a good 20 seconds in me.
Yeah, I really thought I could get to you guys, but
Your brain is too big.
So how do you guys perform like under pressure? Like you guys stress out? Like we've all done like something that's like mildly competitive, whether it can range from like I don't know,
something as
like
mundane
tap
as this.
dancing to like I don't know, taking a test, right? We've all had like an event that we practice beforehand and then we come up and we have to show off our skills, right? Like, do you guys ever get like nervous before an event? Like whether it's
Yeah.
like sports or something. Like how do you guys do? Like what? Do you guys have any stories about that?
Like, Daniel, do you want to start?
Okay. I mean, I guess I did like competitive swim when I was in early high school. I honestly really hated it. I hated going to meets. I didn't like. It's not because I didn't like the swimming part. It's actually because I couldn't dive. Like when you swim, you have to start at the surface and you jump into the water. And the problem was like whenever I did that, my goggles would come off, and so not being able to see in the pool, especially if you have to do laps, you have to know like when to turn. Like you have to turn too early. If you turn too late, you smash into the wall. And so I was always scared of that happening because I didn't know how to dive during practice, and that's why I kind of avoided going to swim meets. Also because like I only like to swim like freestyle and breaststroke, and then there's like other strokes you have to swim sometimes. And I wasn't confident in that. One time I did swim at a competition and my goggles did fall off, and that was the worst thing ever. And after that, I quit swimming. Not because of that, but it just so happened I quit swimming after that. And then
Yeah, like I also swam, and honestly, like every time it's like you go up to the podium, right? You think if the goggles go off, it's a grief. I'm last place. It doesn't even matter. Like I could go my fastest I ever had. It's just a grief, right? And I think one of my friends, right, his name is Conrad, for those that I don't think I've ever seen him do a race event and not have his goggles fall off. His goggles would fall off every single race, and it's super funny and it's super obvious because you can like all the people that are watching, they're all standing there like in their Speedo and shit. They just look and they say, "Oh shit, look, it's Conrad," and they see his goggles in his mouth. And he's there like, and you can just see the struggle. And then of course, you know, it's an eighth, but whatever. Like I had the same thing. Like I would just think, oh my god, every time before I got in bed, I got super nervous. I would like look down the entire lane of who I'm swimming against. I like size up everyone, right? And I'm like praying, please the goggles don't fall off, and also like please I don't fucking like fail. Like I remember one time, so I'm not very good at swim. So this one time is my favorite race ever. It was me and a bunch of like chubby kids because I was chubby and we were like the slowest heat because that's how they organize. They organize by tier, which is like by speed, right? So all the slow people swim together, and then the fastest of the slow people are in the middle, right? So I was like someone next to the middle. I up to my left and my right, and I'm like, dude, it's all fucking chubs like me, bro. We're all fucking gonna hit this shit hard. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can actually get first this round, right? Bro, those people are fast. The sheer momentum of their dive gets them like halfway through the pool. They don't even have to kick. They just hit the thing and they fly through. Of course, I flew through too because I was like, dude, they don't know about the 50-meter strat, bro. You just dive the first 25. They don't even know, right?
Oh.
Bro, they all dove the first fucking okay. You don't usually it's 25 one way, then 25 back, making 50. But people with the fat dive, dude, you hit that hard 15 meters, not even trying, right? So I go in, we all dive, dude. They're fucking fast as shit too. Like even out of the thing, they fucking flap their way through, and I got last place.
Why'd you say it's your favorite race?
I thought it was gonna be my favorite race, but it's actually the worst race.
Never underestimate your
Yeah,
opponents.
never underestimate. Dude, it was all bad. I knew it was all fucked because we all had the same race. It was literally 50 free, 100 free. And for those that don't swim, if you get 50 free and 100 free and you're like a new swimmer in high school, it means you're mad. You can't swim anything else. But it wasn't super bad because it was like me and the boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all looked at each other. We were like, we know. It's gonna be a funny race.
Wait, I have a stupid question. Okay, so even though I'm not a competitive swimmer, like I've used goggles often when I go swimming, and I obviously like jump off the ledge, and so I'm just curious, like how you have that issue? Like both of you have that issue of goggles falling off. Like, is it just not tight enough, or if it's too tight, that's also bad? Like, what's the issue?
So when you dive, you're trying to get. It's like where your head impacts. You're trying to hit like I think if you like, you're trying to get like the back of your head in the water. And that's like the point of impact where your head is because you're trying to tuck your chin in when you dive, right? So if you don't perfectly tuck in your chin, you hit the water such that your bald cap, the water hits your goggles from right here, like right above your eyebrows, and just shoots it into your mouth.
Okay, so that's where the physics come into play.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like basically the idea is you want to fucking you put the suction in and then you dive.
Yeah, but you also can't like put on your goggles too tight because if you do that, it just creates like pockets where the air can go in or where the water can go in, and there's like not good adhesion to your skin. So you can't have it too tight or too loose. Actually, I heard loose is better, but obviously I'm bad at diving, so I don't know anything.
Yeah. Also, like I get so nervous before my races. I used to like go sit in the bathroom like 15 minutes before my race and just hyperventilate in the toilet, and I just be like, bro.
I always felt like I had to poop. Like
for your competition?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens, I think.
Wait, how do you guys get nervous? Like, what do you guys deal with like your like? Do you guys have any I don't know events where you guys are like, oh shit, before like a big meet or something?
You mean oh shit? Like you have to poop?
Oh, is that what happens to you? Is it all your track meets? You're like 5 minutes. You're like, oh bro, I got my
I gotta go.
I gotta take a shit.
Well, I mean that was a lot of the time. Yeah. Because your stomach's just like feeling the butterflies, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I just shake a lot.
Yeah, I shake a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. Especially like I've done like a few like violin or performances, and it's so bad when you shake because like then everything just sounds like insecure, wobbly. Yeah, because like especially like my right hand, like I can't control it. Even my legs too. I can't stand still.
Wait, you shake for swimming as well?
Swimming, I think swimming is not as bad because like I guess you use that energy to swim, but for violin you can't just go all out. You have to like control yourself.
Yeah, for instruments it's all about precision, so it makes sense that you shake.
Yeah. I mean, I've also done art competitions, but that's not like live or anything. You just prepare beforehand and submit it, so it's not as bad. The only bad thing is like I guess like a deadline, I guess. So that's like not as stressful for me. And plus, I've done it enough that it's not too bad. I didn't have enough practice with violin performances or swimming, so that's why I never got over like being nervous.
What about you, Saichandra? I know you played tennis. Did you have any like issues where you'd like? I don't know.
I mean, you mentioned like scoping other people out. Like, certainly, I did my own research, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess with tennis, it's more individualized sport. It's easy to scope out people, right? Because the records, like, it's not like if you take a team sport, for example, like a team's win doesn't necessarily reflect on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
With tennis, like, not to say that you get lucky, like you don't get lucky, you do, but you own up to that record, more so than individualized sports. So I think having that in mind I don't really have to shit myself that much. Maybe it depends on other situations. Like for example, like even stuff like test taking. I know that's not athletics,
Mhm.
but sometimes I like to work. I like to study till the last minute. You know,
I cannot do that. That's terrifying.
and then I'll try to cram till the last second, and then I'll just once you get situated into the seat, that's when I stop, and then like I take it slow. But obviously until then, so it depends based on the situation. So in that test taking, I would say like that cramming aspect is like when I'm in a frenzy mode, you know,
Hmm.
like I'm like my sympathetic nervous system.
Hmm.
But with tennis, it's like it's not as prevalent, I guess.
Oh,
I guess it depends. I guess part of it is that it depends on the stakes. You know, like,
yeah.
what's at stake? I mean, if I lose a tennis match, whatever, I'll live. You know,
Hmm.
if I don't do so hot in a test, I'll die metaphorically.
You never like do research on your opponent beforehand. You're like, okay, this guy has a shitter backhand, bro. Just hit in bad spots.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I do.
Okay, yo, you actually, how do you know like how good your opponent is? Like for swim, for example, you go up to the bulletin board and you know like what events are swimming that day, right? And you can also see who else is swimming in there and their previous time in that event or their best time in that event.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So you have an idea like coming in like, okay, who's good, who's bad already, right?
So,
Does that, or what are you
then what were you gonna ask, Jorge?
Or I was gonna ask if that affects how you like, because when you swim, or because I've never actually done that.
Yeah.
Do you like actively look at or like kind of know where your other competitors are with respect to you while you're swimming?
So, like while I'm swimming or like before I'm
Yeah.
swimming? While I'm
while-
swimming, I mean, while you're swimming, if you're actually like looking at them and see where they are, you're kind of trolling, you're griefing because you're not supposed to like, right? You're just
No,
trying
yeah.
to focus on your own race. But you can typically tell based on like whether or not you see their feet or like whether or not you can see them in your peripheries, right?
Yeah.
But I think the funnier thing beforehand is like, okay, if you walk up to the bulletin board, everyone has the same time as you, except it's like difference in the millisecond. That's gonna be a hard race, and you actually have to try. But you go to the event and everyone's faster than you by a couple seconds. It's a grief. You're gonna go there. They're gonna say do freestyle, bro. Just fucking like do doggy paddle. Doesn't matter. You're gonna lose. Right now you're there for the show.
Yeah, or my point with asking that was because when you're running instead, well, like you can actually see where the other competitors are.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking in that sense, like it matters who you're competing against because you know who's going at what pace specifically.
Yeah.
Things like that. In addition to, I mean, just like I guess nerves at the beginning, knowing who your competition is.
Yeah.
And
Do you
knowing
ever-
where you should stack up before.
Do you ever stress like before a race you see someone and they're like, or rather you're running, right? And you see they're like kind of next, they're like slightly ahead of you. Like, do you get stressed out when that happens, or do you just don't think about it?
What do you mean slightly ahead of me? Just
Like okay, for I guess for for like a mile, right? They're like 6 feet in front of you. What do you think then? Like it's the second lap, they're 6 feet in front of you, but they're not going any faster. What do you think?
I mean, then the second lap, then you still got to chill. You still have time left.
Mm-hmm.
As
It
opposed
really
to
depends on the situation.
okay, like compare that with a situation in which the finish line is right there, like first.
Oh well, I mean, wait, how much is 6 feet? I can't like think of that actively.
Just think of like
what
one
that would
dam
actually
down
look.
in
You
front
haven't,
of
you
you.
haven't been you haven't been social distancing 6 feet away. Jorge?
I mean, it's kind of arbitrary. I try to keep as far away from people, but it's like, well, what exactly is 6 feet? I guess it's the height of one person, but laterally.
Okay, how about they're like, I don't know,
Neck and
But-
neck.
but
12
yeah,
feet. Like they're
I
10
see.
feet in front of you. They're not impossible to pass if you catch up. Unless
I mean,
it's like 100 meters left and they're like you're done. It's over, right?
towards the very end, then then you kind of want to try to like. I mean, it's kind of like you're giving everything you've got left, either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I guess especially if it's like neck and neck, then that's when it's most. I guess you want to beat them because I don't know if it's 6 feet's too much to beat them if they're going fast as well at that point. I don't think it was really like about getting stressed over a specific competitor because I myself was never like quite near the front in any race like to actually win them.
Mhm.
So like one person didn't matter too much. Like that was a bit in front of me, I guess. It's just
Gotcha.
people that I was like neck and neck with at certain points, I think. But
I
yeah,
definitely think at like the
I
middle
don't think
tier of racing, you kind of just care about where you are, where your friends are, and how you guys relatively move up, rather than like
yeah,
you
and just
versus like
like
the top people. Like, it doesn't matter.
it was more about like yeah your own improvement against your previous times
Hmm.
at that point. Because like I never went into a race thinking like I actually had a shot to win one, just like knowing from where I was. But yeah, I don't think I ever truly like mastered like staying calm like before a race and that kind of thing. I always had the shits.
God damn it. I think the funnier thing, or the thing I really enjoyed when I did swim, was not necessarily like the race between me and myself, but the race between me and my friends who are at the same level as me. Like, we all have the same time within the milliseconds, and we're all just trying to beat each other and get faster times. That was the race. Like, we never actually raced with
Yeah.
anyone in our own race, but like maybe it's a friend in like another race, and we're like, okay, you got a 30-second 50 free, I got a 29, you're garbage.
I think
that was the
especially
hype part.
especially as you were saying, because when you're mid tier, like I guess it doesn't matter like about winning as much.
Mhm.
So it's just like you focus on the people you know well, like
Yeah.
that you're actually competing against.
Mhm.
They're kind of your benchmarks, and then,
Yeah.
like you get bragging rights for beating them, whatnot.
And then when they beat
Yeah.
you, it feels kind of bad, but we don't have to.
Yeah. Yep.
What about you, Saichandra? I know tennis is like a different sport in which you guys play other teams, but did you have competition with you and your friends? Like, oh, who's better?
I mean, definitely, right? It's as simple as I can challenge my friend. You know, like, yo, let's play a quick match, and then you'll give it your all at that point. So the way I started off was that I had a lot of friends that were 2 years older than me, but then we were all on varsity, right? And so we would just like play each other a lot, and then I think that's how I wanted to get better, right? Because we were around the same skill set, like you said. But then part of me was like, okay, um, I want to improve as well. So for me, it was not only like the bragging rights part, but it was also for me, I just wanted to be more accustomed to different play styles. Like, okay, so for example, I was team captain in my senior year.
Wow, super Saichandra.
Wow.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We would like split up the team and we would just play this game. Like, it was just during our practice. Like, it was not an actual tennis match, but it was more like a drill. And then the losers would have to have their butts up and lined up, and then the winners get to serve at them.
Ow.
Well, that seems.
So, I mean, certainly you'd want to win just to be, you want to win so that you get to serve at the other people, you know, and then you can go all out on them. So, I think, yeah, I definitely, I think with tennis, that it really increased how competitive I was to a fault. Like, even if I'm just playing with my dad, just for fun, I get mad when I lose.
When you smash your rackets.
Oh, I've broken countless rackets.
Have you actually?
What?
Okay, story time. I have broken 2 rackets. Each of them are $200 in the same match
Wait, how?
in the span of 60 minutes.
On purpose?
One of them was on accident. One of them was on purpose.
Wait, why? What happened?
So the first one, we were all just playing like we were all just warming up before the match. Okay, and then I don't know what happened exactly. I guess I just came down too fast and it scraped. Like, my racket hit the bottom, and then there's a difference between the strings of a racket breaking versus the actual racket frame breaking. If the strings break, you can just replace them, right? But once a frame breaks, like, the whole structure of the tennis racket breaks, right? So then there's no use. But that's basically the gist of it. I was just I was practicing my overhead, right? So that's just like the smash where you start above your head and then bring it down. And I guess when I brought it down, I hit the ground and it just crashed. Okay, but that was an accident. Like, I wasn't planning on it. Second one, we were in between the match, and then I just got really mad. So there's this pole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lamppost. I take my racket, I line it up. Like, how do I describe it? It's okay. So the racket face is parallel to the ground. It's flat, right? And
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
swing it at the pole. And I swing it at the pole, completely shattered it.
Oh,
So that was bad.
why did you do this?
I was mad. I was not hitting any of my shots in.
So
Ah,
how many rackets would you usually have it during a game? Like, because you
I
probably
had
have a
3.
backup one, right?
I had
At
3.
3. Yeah.
So I was down to my last racket. I was down to my last racket.
Did you have to force yourself to calm down then?
Yeah.
Only one racket left.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I go around breaking rackets for fun, but
fucking Saichandra.
yeah, I was definitely more cautious in that match. And then the ride home was scary because I had no idea what to tell my parents.
What'd you tell them?
Okay.
I told my dad first because
Mhm.
if I told my mom, she would flip. So I couldn't tell them both at the same time. I had to ease in to the situation, you know. So
Yeah.
I told my dad, I was like, "Yo, I broke 2 rackets," and then he was confused at first, and because I wasn't giving him context, and so
Mhm.
and then I had to spill the beans. I'm like, "Yeah, I just hit the racket against the pole."
I just tell you broke both of them by accident.
I mean, I could have, but I guess like he wasn't buying it. Like, how can you break 2 rackets on accident?
Maybe they hit each other.
Yeah. I mean, and then I've broken rackets before that too. So
What the, bro? Come
Yeah.
on.
I think okay. Here's the thing. So obviously, like rage, when you play with anger, it's like it certainly throws off your game. But then part of me was I wanted to see if I could channel that anger.
Oh, into power.
Yeah.
Did that work?
No. So I mean, I've done numerous experiments, and after a pretty large sample size, I can say no, it doesn't work. So what I do is, like when I'm playing with my dad, for example, so I don't try this out with my friends. Like my dad is the guinea pig.
Mhm.
So if I want to try that, I'll get mad intentionally. Okay, like I'll think of stuff that makes me mad, and then I start playing with them. Okay, and then I'll still like keep that mindset, like, oh, like fuck this guy, like fuck this, you know. And then I'll see what happens. And certainly the power is there, but a lot of the shots go like out, like they're way
Yeah.
too long. And so I was like, no, this is not gonna work.
Is your dad
Yeah.
good at tennis?
I mean, he was, and then now I think
Okay.
I've eclipsed him.
Is evolved. His age.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
In the past, I've also attempted to channel like anger from, I guess just like not doing so well in previous competitions.
Mhm.
It never worked though.
Yeah. I mean, some
I
people
feel
can
like-
do it.
Yeah, I feel like anger for me just makes me feel more anxious.
Yeah.
I've never had that issue.
But
I
there
convert
was
anger into pure power. I get angry, then I go to the gym. Best workout of my life.
Hey, I mean,
Oh, that is
that's
power.
good. Yeah, that is power,
yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
it's
Yeah, I think there was only a single race that I like actually led during like cross country at one point for like the first like few hundred meters. I completely died and
Like-
I didn't run so well because I was trying to use anger, you know,
yeah.
at the beginning.
That's right. That's what I mean when I say like I'm competitive to a fault, because it's that anger that gets to me at times. Like even if it's something I'm not good at, if I'm not performing well, I'll get mad. Even though I'm not good at it. Like video games, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not that great at video games, you know, and like a lot of my friends, like they play way more. So even when I'm playing against them in a game that they play way more, if I'm not performing well, I get mad for some reason. I'm like, does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
the same way, except I get mad at other people for being bad. Because I'm God. When I play the game, I believe I am the best, right?
Yeah.
I'm obviously not the best, in all seriousness. But when
Yeah.
I'm in that game, in that moment, when I'm clicking those keys, everyone else is wrong. Everyone else is just trash.
Yeah.
And then I lose, and then I blame everyone else. But you know, tis the life of playing League.
League of Legends.
Yeah, I guess I can relate to Sai because I'm not great at video games or most video games either. But yeah, I don't think I show my anger too much. It's more internal.
I definitely don't. I don't show my anger. If you see me angry, that's a bad sign.
I think I've seen
Oh,
you
boy.
angry when we play FIFA though.
Oh yeah.
I hope I haven't seen Saichandra angry when we play poker.
Jorge's lucky that I haven't broken his PS4 controllers. I
You
mean,
broke
broke
mine.
Jorge's controllers?
no, I'm saying he's lucky. I haven't yet.
Oh my god.
But-
I don't own a PS4 that was not mine. Remember?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I don't want to see Saichandra scary.
Oh, you don't want to see it.
Wait,
Okay.
Daniel, were you there when we were playing poker?
I
No, you
don't
weren't.
know.
Wait,
We've
how you've never played
multiple
poker with
times.
us online yet?
Oh no, not yet.
Did
I
you
was-
tell?
I think I was just-
Does he find out? Did you guys tell him what happened that night?
I
I
think we
just know
talked about it
who
last.
won. I
Hmm?
think Randy
Oh,
won.
oh
a
yeah,
lot.
we did mention it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a sick game. That was a great game. After losing to Jorge many times, many times, it finally pulled through.
I still recovered quite well at the end of the game, but
You did
yeah,
recover.
Randy was the clear victor of the night.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking
You
great.
swept. Yeah, like stuff like that makes me mad. Like I
Makes Saichandra mad.
don't get visibly
Yeah.
angry.
I think I would have gone, or I got mad like internally, or just pissed off when Nguyen took my money the time after.
Well, you guys played again.
Yeah,
Wait, how'd that go?
Yin
I
swept.
mean, I think I gave him like $5.
Oh,
It's like it's not even a significant amount of money, but like
Yeah.
you lose.
I think it's different. I feel like if I lost 5 cents to Yin Yang, I would be mad about it. I could lose
Why?
$40 to Jorge and I'd be completely chilling. I'd be vibing. But if I gave like 2 cents to Yin Yang, it's fucking over. I'm raging. I'm malding. Dude. It's over.
Okay.
All in.
Never playing that game again.
I see.
Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I think
Like,
it's also like the person too, right? Who you lose against determines how much you get
Yeah.
mad, right?
I mean, that's what you guys were
Uh,
talking about, right? With the bragging rights.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a clear like opponent, I guess. Like
Mhm.
even if it's something as low key as poker, like you guys aren't fighting to death, obviously, or you guys, you know.
I mean, it is for the death, bro.
Okay. I mean,
For the
yeah,
money.
yeah, you're trying to drive us all to bankruptcy. I get it, but
Capitalism.
hey, that's Monopoly. Monopoly is also a pretty competitive game that goes on forever.
Really, I've never actually played real Monopoly because I always thought it took too long. So I like
Oh, it does.
made rules to make it faster. I haven't played in a long time. When I played, we were kids, so that's why we decided to break the rules a little bit.
When I was
Yeah,
a kid,
no, for similar reasons, it never felt competitive to me.
But poker?
No, Monopoly.
Dude, Monopoly's super competitive. What are you talking about? If you're not taking the railroads, you're throwing.
Well, I mean, I've
Oh.
never like
Actually, I
actually
don't know. I
known
don't
how
know.
to
Like-
play it.
like I'll get mad because I'm not rolling the right numbers. Like, what can I do there? You know?
Dude, roll better. You just
Roll better,
lack
man.
talent. That's the issue when you play poker. I mean Monopoly.
Put more
Yeah.
skill points.
Yeah. I mean, even as simple as like Monopoly, obviously a lot of it is chance, right? Like where you land, whether the players you're going against are landing on your hotels. Like if they're not, like I'll get pissed off. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't like games that are just
I
like,
mean-
straight up, like did you roll right?
That's similar to poker though, when you keep having bad hands.
that's true. Yeah. Monopoly's
But
like
Yeah.
less reliant on skill though.
yeah, definitely.
Even stuff like that, that's out of your control. Like it just goes to show how competitive we are. I mean,
All
it's,
right, boys.
yeah, it's good to
I
have.
feel like
I feel like it's
What's up?
good to have some sense of competitiveness. You know?
I definitely feel
Mhm.
like people need to be hungry for something.
Yeah. I mean, that's how we progress. I think, like, to drive for improvement. So
Yeah, that's true. Gotta strive to be better.
yeah,
And then until you get better, then you can get it back, hopefully.
we're not all madmen here. You know, we're sane people. That's
Yeah, we're still
like,
good sports.
We are all Homo sapiens.
yeah.
All right, boys. I think that's a good wrap up of talking about our competitive natures and horror stories in the pool. I guess our next topic is going to be talking about our favorite socks, and yeah,
There's
we're gonna talk
different
about
types of
socks now this
socks.
next episode.
All right,
Right.
don't worry, guys.
Oh.
We'll change this topic. Don't worry.
We're gonna talk about socks. It's gonna be great, and then after that, we're gonna talk about grass growing and different methods of agriculture.
I like the left sock over the right sock, in my opinion.
Yeah, what sock do you put on? I put on both socks at the same time. I prep them in my shoe and I just slide my feet in my shoe.
Okay,
I make sure I rub the
individual.
inside with petroleum jelly so it slides right in.
The right way to do it is you wear them inside out.
The right way is to not wear socks.
Why?
The secret is to always have like socks prepped on your feet, so you never have to pull either on. Like you just have them dangle at your toes.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right, that's
That-
enough, boys.
Just don't-
We gotta go.
Alright.
Thanks
Bye,
for
guys.
listening in
This
to.
conversation's clearly over.
Thanks,
Right.
everyone, for meeting us in the lounge. This is our 74th episode. Our next episode,
I
we're going to
think
be
so.
talking about sweaters that our grandmas made and socks, I guess. Thanks for listening in.